Good morrow everyone, Silvershire here, and you know why you clicked on this video, so let's jump straight into it. The first scene is of Jun and Jin standing in some dreamlike location, which I assume is a representation of Jin's mind. Though it's not identical, it's reminiscent of the Heavenly Garden, which is Jun's home stage in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. It also somewhat resembles Infinite Azure from Tekken 7, though neither Jin nor Jun have a connection to that stage, so I assume it's just a coincidence. After some flashbacks, we see Jin in the ring with Heihachi, and all of the moves here are totally faithful to the games, including the hit spark effects. The YouTube channel IMOP has a video showing all the comparisons. There's something I forgot to mention in my previous breakdown, which is that Heihachi's hair is black with some gray streaks in it. This isn't a look that he's ever sported in the games, but it makes perfect sense, as Bloodline takes place in between Tekken 2, in which he had black hair, and Tekken 3, in which he had gray hair. Maybe the stress of this series is what gives him the bald patch. Jin's training montage includes punching a pot of sand. In the Tekken 5 intro, we saw Fang performing a similar exercise, though he was using hot coals instead of sand. Don't worry Jin, we all gotta start somewhere. We then see an aged up version of Jin, now rocking his classic Tekken 3 outfit. The transition from white clothes like Jun to black and red clothes like Heihachi is a visual representation of what Heihachi tells him to do: purge the Kazama pacifism and stoke the Mishima fire. On the subject of outfits, Heihachi is wearing something very close to his The Dawn suit from Tekken 7, though the colors are a little different. Above him is a logo based on Kazuya's fist, which is pretty funny considering how much Heihachi hates him. I guess brand recognition is thicker than blood. Kazuya's glove is a common symbol for the Tekken series, but I don't recall it ever being used in-universe. In this zoom-out shot, we get a brief glimpse of Fang. This is his only appearance in the trailer, so he's either going to play a pretty minor role, or they're hiding a big surprise involving him. Fang has never been super involved in the main plot of the game, so I assume it's the former, but you never know. King, Hwoarang, and Paul are using their Tekken 3 designs, Nina and Zhao Yu are using their Tekken 5/6/Tag 2 designs, and Leroy and Julia are using their Tekken 7 designs. On the poster, we also see Kuma using his Tekken 3 design. I'm surprised that they didn't stick to one game for all of the costumes, but it's kinda cool, they can represent more of the series that way. Jin, meanwhile, is in a brand new outfit. He's wearing a hoodie like in Tekkens 4 and 7, but the color scheme and flame motif are based on the pants of his classic costume. Both this trailer and the previous trailer include clips of Kazuya. It's unclear if these are just flashbacks, or if they're going to mess with the timeline a bit to bring Kazuya back to life a few years early. He's missing the scars and one red eye that we would expect of a post-resurrection Kazuya, but this may just be a stylistic choice, as we've seen some other simplifications. Julia's shirt, for example, has no writing on it, and Nina's suit is missing the camo pattern. I have a feeling that Kazuya is going to show up in the modern day of the show, even if it's just as a post-credit scene. I guess it depends on how strictly it's adhering to canon. Anyway, Nina tells Jin that the last thing he wants to do is get tangled up with the Mishimas. These are bold words from a woman who, in the games, tried to assassinate Heihachi, then tried to assassinate Kazuya, then tried to assassinate Jin, then started working for Jin, then temporarily took control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and then started working for Heihachi. That's about as tangled up as you can get. You see Jin's eyes glowing red, a hint that his Devil Gene is activating. Devil Jin's eyes are actually more of a pale yellow most of the time, though they are shown as red upon occasion, such as in his Tekken 3 ending. Near the end of the trailer, there are a bunch of rapid-fire shots. None of them are too crazy, but I figured I would slow them down in case you missed them. We've got Ogre roaring, Nina running, Jin running at Ogre, Julia blocking an attack from Heihachi, Jin looking all beaten up, Hwoarang kicking Jin, some random frames of Jin, Heihachi, and Ogre, and finally Jin using his signature windhook fist against Hwoarang. And with that, I'm gonna leave this video here. I still have some concerns about the show, but I am super hyped. It seems very faithful to the games, which doesn't guarantee that it will be good, but it does show that the creators care, which is a good sign. I plan on doing some sort of review and/or Easter egg breakdown thing once the show actually comes out, but I'm not sure exactly what form it will take. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I bid thee farewell. Today, we're looking at the man who single-handedly doubled my subscriber count, Kazuya Mishima. But before we begin our analysis, here's a quick refresher course on who Kazuya is and what we should be looking for in his character designs.